Massey Show. And here's your host, Chris Massey.
It's a weekend night. I'm doing what I always do. Yeah, turn side to side, you're driving me out of my mind. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Massey and welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show here on the American Hearts Radio Network. We're coming to you live tonight from our studio here in downtown Atlanta. And tonight is episode 6 of season 3 and the 44th episode of the Chris Massey Music Show. We are glad you are all tuning in with us tonight. Al, my friend, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good. So did you have a good Father's Day and all that stuff?
Yeah,
you had to be the king for a day?
You have to. Yeah.
Well, as long as you think you are, that's all that really matters.
There you go.
That's all that really matters. So.
Yep,
All right, so let's get to it tonight. A month ago, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were neck and neck in the polls, and now 4 weeks later, Donald Trump has lost 12 points to Hillary Clinton. Now, let me tell you how significant 12 points is, okay? 130 million people voted in the last election. So if you lose by 12 points, that means that you lose by 15 million votes. Now, let me put that in perspective for you. Barack Obama beat Mitt Romney and John McCain by 5 million votes. So this would be the biggest ass whooping the Republicans have taken since the election of 1964 when Barry Goldwater ran against Lyndon Johnson. And Mr. Goldwater won 6 states, got 52 electoral votes, and Lyndon Johnson got over 400 electoral votes in that election. Of course, 4 years later, Lyndon Johnson would have wished that he would have been the one that only got 52 votes. But anyway, that's kind of the way they went. Now, I got a lot of Trump supporters I know, and they're out there and they're telling me, you know, you can't pay attention to these polls. Well, let me tell you what I know. If somebody's telling you that you don't need to pay attention to the polls, their candidate is losing. Okay? I've never heard anybody say, well, you know, we're up by 20 in the polls, but you know what, man, we might lose. You really can't pay attention to those polls. Have you ever noticed that? You know, that's kind of the way it goes. And then they're telling me stuff like, hey, man, you know, he's got a chance to turn this thing around and make it better. Well, I got news for you. He's got time to make it worse. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think Hillary's going to be up in the 50s, and he's going to be down around 30. Now, regardless of who you're voting for, you cannot deny the Republicans' uncanny ability to screw up an election. In 2004, John McCain, a respected speaker, ran against Barack Obama, and what'd he do? He picked Sarah Palin as a running mate, a woman that has to consult a cookbook to make ice cubes. Then you got Mitt Romney, who gets up in a room full of people, knowing damn well that everybody is carrying a recording device with him, and says that 47% of Americans don't count. And what happens this time? The Democrats run Hillary Clinton, who is registering 55% disapproval rating. And what do the Republicans do? They nominate somebody with a 70% disapproval rating. I mean, it's unbelievable. If I didn't know better, I would swear that they don't want to win. They just want to bitch about the Democrats. That's all they want to do. And at the rate it's going, it looks like that's going to happen for them. But when we're here for the next show in July, the conventions will be going on, so we'll have a little better idea about what's going to happen. Now, on a final note, you know, if there's one thing that chaps my ass worse than anything other than a Luke Bryan song is, of course, when we're able to take the Bible and tie it into the laws of this country. So Sunday was Father's Day, Al, and my wife says, you know, why don't we make homemade pizza tonight? And I said, man, that's awesome. And you know what I like with my homemade pizza is a nice cold O'Doul's non-alcoholic beer. So I went down to Publix to get a 6-pack, and I'm standing in line, and I put them on the counter, and it's $12.15, and they won't sell them to me. Because apparently there is a law in Georgia that you cannot sell alcohol on Sunday until 12:30. even when it's Old Duels, which has a half of a percent, which doesn't have enough beer in it to get a puppy drunk, for crying out loud. But they would not sell it to me. So I asked the lady behind the counter, I said, why is this, ma'am? And she said, well, I think what it is they don't want people buying alcohol while people are at church. Now, that makes no sense to me, but it didn't make any sense to me that you couldn't buy beer on Sunday for 40 years in the state of Georgia. So I got out to the car and I started going home, and it hit me. And I know the reason why you can't buy alcohol till 12:30. It ain't because they don't want you buying it while people are at church. They don't want people buying it on the way to church. That's what the deal is. That's what it is. Because after all, if that's going on, you're going to have to redefine the term being filled with the Spirit. All right, we got a great show tonight. I have got Bret Short and Stan Edwards from the High and Dry Band. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Serving Atlanta since 1998, Massey Gutters understands the challenges specific to our area. Massey Gutters is familiar with all aspects of gutters and roofing. We use only the highest quality materials. With our fully trained and professional staff, you are guaranteed to get quality service and work. References available upon request. Call us today for a free estimate, 404-314-6800. Again, that's 404-314-6800. Call Massey Gutters today. 404-314-6800.
All right, we're back. We picked up a couple of new sponsors. Did you know that, Al?
No, I didn't know.
We had a couple of sponsors. This segment of the show is brought to you by Old Duels, non-alcoholic beer. For those moments in life when you only need to look like you're having a good time. And by the law offices of Hordell and Hordell, divorce attorneys for men. Here at the offices of Hordell and Hordell, we'll make sure that lying, two-timing, gold-digging skank wife of yours gets exactly what she has coming to her. Doesn't matter if she's screwing your brother, screwing your father, either the local clergy, or just any old Tom, Dick, and Harry she can find. Here at Hordell and Hordell, we'll take the case. Hordell and Hordell also specializes in complicated cases like same-sex and group sex adultery. So remember, guys, it doesn't matter if she's sucking off your best friend or if she's been sucking you dry. Here at Hordell and Hordell, we'll make sure she gets what's coming to her every single time. We'll be right back with the guys from High and Dry.
American Hearts Radio, bringing the hearts of the world together.
I'm Rick Richards of Georgia Satellites, and you're watching The Chris Massey Show, live.
All right, we're back. Well, tonight I am very honored and pleased to have two veteran musicians on the show. Both of these guys have done a stint with David Allan Coe and played with a lot of other great country artists that we're going to get into. Back in the 80s, over on Winters Chapel Road, there was a go-to spot called Scrooge's. And these guys had a band over there called the High and Dry Band, and they were the house band. And, man, I tell you what, it was a little bit of Nashville going on right there on Winters Chapel Road back in those days, and people used to pack the place out. This Saturday, June 25th, they're going to be having a reunion show at the Moonshadow Tavern in Tucker. First time in 25 years that these guys have played. Man, you better get there early. It's going to be packed. Would you please welcome to the Chris Massey Show, Mr. Bret Short and Mr. Stan Edwards. Come on up, guys. Speaking on in.
Hello, friends.
Good to see you, Mr. Short.
How are you, sir?
I'm very good, Mr. Edwards. Good to see you. Have a seat there, buddy. So you guys must be really fired up about the show this Saturday night.
We are.
So tell us a little bit about what we can expect to hear that night.
Well, I'll let Stan answer that question.
You're going to hear a whole lot of different genres of music. Blues, country.
Southern rock?
Southern rock.
Yep.
Jazz. Maybe some old fiddle tunes.
Oh, cool.
that's
cool.
lost and no one plays anymore.
I got you.
Stand wear that pedal out, man.
Now, how many? Now, what's the instrumentation of the band? How many guys you going to have there? That
We
night?
have electric guitar, fiddle, steel guitar, drums, and bass.
Yep. That's it.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's right. That is the country lineup right there. Now, I got to see you guys one time. I had been recording out at OB Studios in Smyrna, and Bret was working out there, and that's when I met Bret. And this is about 1986, 87, somewhere in there. And he invited me out there, and I came out there that night, and I remember that you guys opened up with, you did Statesboro Blues by the Allman Brothers. You did that rocked up version of After Midnight by Eric Clapton. Y'all did that. And you did Drift Away by Dobie Gray.
Yep.
Those are the three songs that I remember. I stayed for the whole set. But I was, I saw you guys, and I was young at the time, and what
We were too.
what you did for me was you made me not want to play. That's how good you guys were that night, man. Y'all were really good.
Thank you. We had a great time playing together. We ran up and down. We called it the I-95 tour.
Mm-hmm.
After we left Scrooge's, we started playing a lot of road gigs, and we start down in Florida or wherever, go up to Elkton, Maryland, and turn around and come back and do the same thing and pull dates in between. And
Right.
we played every little juke joint that existed.
I got you. Now, tell the people out there that don't know, because I had a house band gig one time for about 6 months. It's a little different than just going from club to club.
It sure is.
You get buddy with the staff and
Followers.
and you're playing every night and you're on that same stage, and it gets to be more comfortable than your living room, when you're on that same stage every night and stuff. And so how long were y'all there as the house band?
Over 2 years.
Yeah.
How many nights a week?
We were playing four nights.
That'd be
We started out 5 nights a week, and
Right.
then we went to 4.
And this was Thursday through Sunday, right? Or Wednesday through Saturday.
Wednesday through Saturday.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't play Sunday.
And this was your employment.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
It's like
right?
getting up, grabbing your lunchbox, and going
Yeah.
to work.
And those were the days, man, when you could do that.
Yeah,
You could
that
do
doesn't
it.
exist anymore.
It does not. It does not. I mean, the only people that I know that are not signed, that are making a living playing music, are hired guns.
All right. That's right.
Guys that can show up in the studio or show up on a whim and go do a show like that, and you get your name out there. You can stay pretty busy doing that. A lot of these young guys, I know the guy that plays with me, Daniel, he's 30, and he's got a church gig that kind of anchors him with the cash.
I know a lot of guys that play in church on Sunday, and that praise and worship stuff has gotten huge.
It is.
It's huge.
And they get paid for it.
And they get paid.
They get paid for it. He gets paid for, I don't know what it is he makes, but it's pretty good, and it's just for Wednesday night and Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
That is, yeah. Well, man, we're looking so forward to this. I can't tell you how much. I mean, like you said, we haven't played together in 25 years.
And you're expecting a big crowd.
Yes. We're
Okay.
expecting a huge
We
crowd.
got people coming in from Washington, D.C.,
Oh, excellent.
St. Louis, North Carolina, all over. Facebook has filled up.
Facebook is an awesome thing.
Oh, it is.
It's a good thing and it's a bad thing, but it's
Right.
great for us, great for the musician.
If this works out good, we might just do the geezer tour. We might just geese, man.
The last leg tour.
Yeah, and we'll do maybe a new CD, and call it Live from Happy Acres
There you go.
Retirement Home.
Now, you guys are going to do 3 sets that night, right?
3 sets.
So probably neighborhood of 35, 40 tunes y'all be playing.
Right.
And we don't know what they are yet, so
We don't really care.
we don't care. We'll just call them and do
So
it.
you guys going to have a time to rehearse, or is it just going to be kind of going to get there and go?
We're going by the seat of our pants.
Well, sometimes that's the best way to do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's a real seasoned,
Right.
good player,
Right?
so we should have no problem
And
whatsoever.
y'all probably played a lot of these songs over the years with other people.
Sure.
Since
Sure,
out
we
there.
have.
Now tell me a little bit about the original stuff that High and Dry did, or does.
We got 4 cuts. I think we're going to do 5 cuts. 5 cuts we're going to do. Where the Lonely Come to Cry.
Big Steel Rail.
Big Steel Rail.
He
Peace
wrote
of
that.
Mind. And Bret and Johnny Christopher writing on the others. Of course, I had a little. We did a little bit of word changing on a couple of them, but that's okay.
Yeah.
To update it.
Okay.
We took out the F words.
Yeah, we made it.
Well, you can say the F words in the moonshine. I'll take my word for it.
Yeah, but we're
That
not
won't be a-
going to.
that
We'll
won't be a
have
problem.
kids in there. Grandkids.
Well,
will
that's
be there.
true. That's true.
But anyway, we'll be doing those original tunes and almost like the record.
Okay.
I hope as well.
Those records did a lot better than we thought they were going to do.
Right.
We didn't do an album. We put out singles.
I got you.
And the first single we put out was Peace of Mind
Right.
with Big Steel Rail on the B-side.
Right.
And that thing hit the independent charts and went crazy.
How about that?
We were hanging at like 13 for weeks and weeks.
We had it was number 5 in the Southeast on the small to medium markets.
Okay.
And around town, the small stations were playing the devil out of it. And we were up 1 and 2. We were beating out the old rock and roller dude.
Billy Joe Roy.
Billy Joe
Bill
Roy.
Joe
We
Roy.
were beating him out. So.
Now, you guys didn't get any major labels to take a look at this thing, or
Well,
how'd that go?
We did a showcase in Nashville, and the labels were represented there by their A&R. There was pretty much an A&R guy there from every major label, but we just couldn't connect. Capitol was really interested in us.
Yep.
But
They were basically broke then.
I got you.
The deal that they were trying to give us was not very lucrative on our part.
Mhm.
We were smart enough to realize that. So, there went our record deal. But anyhow,
We had our own.
that's not
record.
what it's about.
That's
to
right.
me.
That's right. No, it's about making good music
Yeah.
and getting it out there for people to listen to, and the way today's technology is, and I was on the radio in Tifton a couple weeks ago, and I told the guy, I said, what I do with the Chris Massey Band is I do everything the big guys do. I just do it on a smaller scale.
That's right.
I make records. I go on the road. I do videos. I play live shows.
That's right.
And the pay is on the low scale too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
How can you say that? We make hundreds of dollars doing this.
But you could, but you can do that now because of the affordability of recording and pressing CDs and being on the internet and stuff like that. If somebody would have told me in the '80s that when I was in my 50s that I'd cut 3 records and play all over the country and stuff, I just assumed that I'd have hit the big time.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I mean, but it is it's about creating a good product.
And that we did.
In the music business now, it's almost like a machine. I mean, they got this formula. They want to stick with it, and and I don't know who said it, but when money becomes more important than the art's going to suffer.
That's right.
I mean,
and it does. And it does.
It does.
Yeah,
believe me.
It does.
and that's what it is. The days of like back in the '70s, an example like Aerosmith. Okay, first record sold 50,000 copies.
Yeah.
Didn't do jack squat. That happens today. You ain't making a second record.
No,
You're gone.
You're
You're
done.
gone.
You're gone. But back then, record companies would stick with bands.
Yeah.
And
they
stick.
had support.
Yeah. Rush did not have a chart, a song hit the chart till album number 7.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't happen. Now, if you can't produce right out of the box, they're looking for somebody else.
Yeah.
No, that was happening in the 90s. They were looking for singer-songwriters.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And because they didn't want to pay all that publishing, they figured if they get that publishing from that singer, we're good to go. And he's got hits. Put him out there.
That's right.
But when the hits die, we're done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
See
it.
ya.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly the
But
way
let
it
me,
is.
let me tell you something about who's going to be there opening for us.
Okay.
This is very important.
Yes, this is the
Pay
most.
attention. This is very important.
Yes, all of you, pay attention. This guy's name is Rock Kilo. He lives in Greenville, Alabama. In Nashville for a long time. Wrote songs for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Hank Jr. recorded one of the best songs I've ever heard. It's called The Old Nashville Cowboy. Written by Rock Kilo and Billy Earl McClellan.
Okay.
Rock is 74 years old. He's still out doing shows. I did a show with him 2 weeks ago in Columbus, or Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He will blow your mind. One of the best songwriters you have ever heard in your entire life.
Now, is this going to be like an acoustic set he's going to do, or?
He's going to get out. He'll be out, and he'll come up with his acoustic guitar, and he'll sit there, and he'll do some songs. And the last song that he does, we'll probably come out and back him up on.
Okay. Now, who in the band wrote some songs for Sammy Kershaw?
That was Rock
That was
Kilo.
Rock Kilo. That's who he was
Yeah.
speaking
Sammy
about.
Kershaw, Oak Ridge Boys,
Yeah.
Hank Williams Jr., and just go on and on and on.
Oh, okay.
And he's got suitcases full.
Is that right?
Yeah. And he knows every one of them. That's what's amazing to me.
Oh, I know. I can't even do my own songs.
Yeah.
People ask me to do my own songs, and I just give them this goofy look, like, and they don't understand that
How does
I've
that
never
go?
done them.
Yeah.
I don't do them live.
Well, and that's true with me. Like I do 5 songs off the first record. Now we used to do all the songs off the first record 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
But my band's changed now. And I tell people, we don't know how to do. What do you mean you don't know how to do that song? It's on the record.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't understand that.
Well, that doesn't really mean. I saw one time where Bruce Springsteen was asked to play Pink Cadillac somewhere, and he couldn't even remember the words.
Yeah.
He couldn't even remember the words to it.
I understand.
So if this goes well, what you guys plans after that?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Like I said, we might do the Geezer tour.
Okay.
We'll be filming a DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're bringing in a videographer. The set and the whole thing will be recorded. We'll have it'll be very, very good.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
So everybody needs to come out and be on that DVD.
Now, is this DVD going to be for purchase?
sale.
Is that what it's going to
Yes.
do? Okay.
Well, probably we're going to try to maybe pre-sell them at the show.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It'll be a good memory keeper
Yeah.
for people who comes to see the show and for us too. But if it works out well, we'll get out and play some.
Yeah, we'll get out
Okay. Now, both of you guys play for David Allen Co.
at
Yep.
different times.
Yeah, at different times.
Now, I asked Bret, he couldn't remember. Did you play after Bret or before? Before.
Long before.
Okay. All right. And we've talked about this on the show before, about how when I always tell people that I don't like to have people that drink in my band because I don't ever know what I'm going to get. Well, I guess when you took the stage with David Allen Co., that was true every damn night, wasn't it?
Well, I know to speak for myself. And
when he got up there behind that microphone, not when he was more dangerous when he wasn't playing.
Right.
Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. But the parts I can recall were we had a good time.
Yeah. I'm
sure.
sure it was a good time.
They had a smoking band when Bret and Lawson Hunt.
Lawson was after me.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. That's right. They left us to go to join David.
It was me and Bear Saws and Eddie Gray and Glenn Watkins.
Okay.
Right.
And that band right there was on fire, man.
Yeah.
It was a hot band.
Let me ask you: did you play with Warren Hodges? Wasn't he in David Allen Co. band? Who did you replace? Guitar player.
Warren Haynes.
Warren Haynes. I'm sorry.
You're thinking of Warner Hodges.
Warner Hodges. Yeah, with Dan Barrett. Yeah.
Too many
Warren
Hodges,
Haynes.
man.
Did you play with him in the band?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then he left to go with was it the Allman Brothers?
Well, first he left to go with Dickie Betts.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then from there, it just kind of morphed into him being in the...
Y'all ever talk to David? He's still out there playing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still out there doing it.
I know he comes to, when he comes to town here lately, he plays this club in Monroe called the Fusions.
Yeah.
That's where he plays out there, which is it's pretty big hall.
We just had our David Allen Co. band reunion that we have every year. That was a blast.
I saw the pictures.
That was, it's fun. It's so much fun. And we, it's such a tame environment. Everybody would think that the David Allen Co-Band reunion, people be hanging out of trees and
throwing sticks at
Well, at one
dynamite.
time that probably would have been true.
yeah. But I mean, there's always. I mean, our purpose was to eat, and the food was incredible.
I got you.
And there were lots of it, and we were, believe me.
All right, so that's this Saturday night at the
Yeah.
Moonshadow Tavern.
Yeah.
High and Dry Band reunion. Bret Short, Stan Edwards, and the rest of the guys are going to be there. For all you people that used to go to Scrooge's, and for people that didn't, man, if you're just looking to see a really, really good band,
Be there.
this Saturday night, that is the place that you want to be. And Bret, I'm looking forward. We're going to be doing a show together at the Avondale Town Cinema.
I look forward to that. That's gonna be great.
And that may be a place that you guys might want to look into playing
Yeah.
down the road that
the
I could
old
probably help
theater
y'all
in
out with.
Avondale,
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. And we'll see
Always
you
a
guys.
pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all come
Thank you.
see
Bret
us.
and Stan, y'all. We'll be right back.
Come see us.
It's a Friday night in Tuckerville, little town that I grew up in. And I pull into the parking lot to a place 1,000 times I've been. And the stage that I play on, well, you can see it's kind of small. Each face out in the crowd, when don't you know, I know 'em all. The lights shine on me, aren't as bright as I hoped they'd be. By now I thought I'd be somewhere I may never be. And I know it's hard to think that somehow I can still believe. The dream that I've been dreaming comes true with every song I sing. I've had people tell me the songs I write are good. We'll take you to Nashville, get you signed up. Yeah, they said they would. So I listen with a hopeful heart and keep strumming on this old guitar. Another year and I'm still here. All the talk I've heard ain't got me very far. Lights shine on me, aren't as bright as I hope they'd be. By now I thought I'd be somewhere I may never be. And I know it's hard to think that somehow I can still believe. The dream that I've been dreaming, it comes true with every song I sing. To say I haven't made it, you know that'd be a lie. At home I got a pretty wife, kids that love me, and a place I can't call mine. And someone's got to be here to play this bar on Friday night. And if destiny has chosen me to be the one, with that I'm alright. Lights that shine on me aren't as bright as I I hope it be. By now thought I'd be somewhere I may never be. And I know it's hard to think that somehow I can still believe. The dream that I've been dreaming, it comes true. With every song I sing, every song I sing, every song I sing.
All right, we're back. We're back. Okay, for being a guest on the Chris Massey Music Show, my guests Stan Edwards and Bret Short will both receive a 6-month supply of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, and a case of Turtle Wax. That's right, guys. Just see Ray, the security guard, down in the lobby, and he will get you your door prizes. We will be back the third Monday of July. We're going to have a gentleman, I apologize, his name escapes me, but he is the front man for the Blacktop Rockets, will be here. And singer-songwriter Chris Edmonds of the Swingin' Richards back in the day will be here in August. This Friday night, June 24th, the Chris Massey Band, we will be at Will Henry's in Lilburn, Georgia. On Friday, July the 8th, we will be at Sean O'Brien's Roadhouse in Jackson, Georgia. On Friday, July 15th, we will be at the Moonshadow Tavern with the hot band from Tampa, the Soul Circus Cowboys. July 16th, we will be at Southern Comfort out on Moreland Avenue. August 5th at the Whistle Post in Conyers. August 13th at Del Rio's in Decula. And September the 10th, well, the show Bret Short will be playing with me at the Avondale Town Cinema. So we appreciate everybody watching tonight. And remember, like I always say, always love your woman. Take life as it comes. And when you get the chance, have too much fun. We'll see you next time.